Hello everyone and welcome back to more Serendipity of Aeons, Mystic Destinies, also known as Mystic Destinies, Serendipity of Aeons. So we are back again, as I have promised or told you guys that that the last episode would be the last that we've seen of this franchise because we got a deluxe version content to go through, and yes, as you guys can see with the quite literal extra tab that we got down here, that we got more stuff to go through in terms of the story and of course my achievements. So yes, so we are back again after finishing off on Hikaru's epilogue, concluded that and found out that we were soulmates in a sense with Hikaru in that timeline of his, I guess, like not like in the other dimensions of us, but like in that certain story we are soulmates with Hikaru. So yeah, there's that, and then the rest of the other achievements that we could possibly get had something to do with a point of view, his point of view stories, as you guys can see, and the chaos extra story that we need to complete. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it by order of which it came in. So yes, I caved in and got the deluxe edition. So now we're gonna do this. So his point of view stories, let's go. Oh wait, holy shit, his point of view means everybody's? Damn, okay, I didn't, cause yeah, as you guys can probably tell, I didn't click into any of it, any of the deluxe edition content as soon as I bought it. I just so far as went into just like clicking on the extras and seeing these two tabs. So wow, okay, so damn, I hope you enjoyed this LP as much as I have, because we're gonna go through it all with, you know, going through everybody's point of view in terms of, you know, the guys that we romance. So let's start with Shohatori. So I don't know how long this is gonna take, but anyways, we might as very well end up with each individual episodes on their point of views. But yeah, let's go. Stop stalling. Go. Shohatori. So let's see where we last left off in terms of timeline to start on his point of view. So it looks like him dying is my guess. So because, you know, that everything's in shit and all, and we're at Carl's manor. Carl Manor? Is it? Yeah? Okay, yeah. Anyways. So she grabs my hand before it can fall and holds it to her face for me. Yes. Thanks. Everything hurts. No kidding. I think he got hit by a fireball or some shit like that, if I can recall. I'm sorry that I've always been so... The words feel too heavy for my lips, but I push myself to say it. I have to say it. I have to tell her that you love her before you die, but then come back. Useless as your partner, yes. I have to tell her. I have to say it before I die. It hurts, yeah. Please don't cry, not for me. I struggle to say it. My whole body feels so heavy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't be better. I'm sorry I couldn't. But I love you, Hana. I sigh deeply and close my eyes. They feel so heavy. Everything is too heavy, too exhausting. It's as if the universe is pushing down on me, crushing me. Whatever happens, please let her be happy and safe. The pain starts to fade and strange lightness overtakes my everything. Well, you can't really wish for that just yet, because we get captured by Ilois and he very well nearly like tortures us or stabs us in the eye, I think it was, before he came back to life. No, show! I hear Hana's voice screaming my name. I want to reach out and hold her and tell her it will be okay, but you're not. You're like dying and fading away into nothingness. Or maybe we actually might very well see where the hell he just went. Where he went, and then, you know, before he came back. So that'd be interesting. There's only silence, utter and complete silence. I can't see anything. I can't feel anything. Did I die? Yeah, no shit. It's strange. I don't feel like anything anymore. Is this what it's like to die? I guess so. I think I should feel something. Fear, sadness, anger, maybe? But there's nothing. Only my thoughts. What's gonna happen to me? Will I just disappear? I don't know. A bright light flashes before my eyes, blinding me in that moment. I blink and rub my eyes. As my vision clears, I realize I'm back in the ballroom. What the hell? What? I'm back. Yeah. I see Hana sitting on the floor, clutching at a pile of ash beneath her as she cries endlessly. Oh, okay, no, this is his soul. We are now his soul. Wait, was that me? Yep, you are now a pile of ashes. Seeing her like this, I can't stand it. Hana, I feel a sharp pain in my chest as if my heart is being squeezed in a vice. I rush to her, stumbling as I do, and fall to my knees at her side. Hana! I try to reach out to her, but my hand passes right through, of course. No matter how many times I try to wrap my arms around her, I pass through every single time. No, 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 just let me hug her. I want to scream, to yell and rage at the sky and the gods or whoever, but that feels so pointless. I hold my hand to her tear-stained face and try to wipe away her tears, even though I know it's pointless. I'm so sorry, Hana. I'm sorry I made you cry. I hear footsteps and look up. What? My eyes meet Shinji's and wide-eyed, he stares right back at me. I'm pretty sure he's probably the only one who sees him. I wouldn't be surprised, given his ability. Shinji's voice sounds so strained. His eyes dart down to the ashes, then right back to me. He looks so pale, almost like a marble statue staring right back at me. Yeah, 'cause he's just a soul now. He can see me. Yeah, he can see me. Yes, but it's not like it'll help. Shin, I choke on my words. I feel so cold. Something grips at me, pulling me back. No, what's going on? You're being pulled to the afterlife. I try to claw my way forward to stop myself from being pulled away, but I'm yanked backwards so fast that I don't have time to scream. Oof! Where? What? This is not what I expected. My surroundings shift and I find myself standing outside, surrounded by endless trees with nothing but the stars to keep me company in the darkness. I whirl around trying to understand where I am, but all I see is trees and the sky. What happened? This can't be the afterlife, right? Unless he was like time transported to like when Hana was kind of just, you know, being held hostage by Ilois, but she's allowed to like wander around like however far from the mansion. Is this where it is? As soon as that thought enters my mind, I see something shining in the distance. Those lights, okay. Just above the tree line, I can see the shining stars of Cairo Manor. Cairo. Same shit. I take a deep breath and rush forward with a single thought in mind, but when I try to get closer, I run into an invisible wall. No matter which way I go or how hard I try to get past it, it doesn't budge. Okay, so he's pulled out of the mansion. But what the hell? I stare up at the not too distant manor with a frown. I need to get back there. I need to get back to Hana. Even though I can't do anything as a spirit, I need to get back to her. I bite on my lip as I think. What do I do? What can I do? Like this, I'm more useless than ever. I'm just a spirit now and no one can see, except for Shinji! Wait, Shinji! Yes! If he's still in the manor, then I won't be able to reach him either, but it's worth a shot. I have no idea what I'm doing, nor if it will work, but I have nothing else. I close my eyes and think of my best friend. A pleasant warm tingle spreads through me when I think of him, and I realize that despite everything, I'm smiling. I feel a gentle tug at my chest, like I'm being pulled forward, but this pull is different from before. I open my eyes to see that I am in the apartment I share with Shinji. I can't help but grin. Okay, but like, what now? It worked. I have no idea what I did, but it worked. I step further inside and spot Shinji sitting on the couch. He's sitting with a half-empty bottle of whiskey in hand, blankly staring down at the coffee table in front of him. Oh no, are you drinking your sorrows away? He still looks pale even now, silent tears stream down his face, but he doesn't seem to notice, or maybe he doesn't care. I feel my heart squeeze at the sight. Shin, I'm sorry, I made you cry too. I take a step forward, placing myself into his line of sight. Hey, Shinji! I'm back! Shin. His name comes out in a whisper between my lips. He inhales sharply and looks up at me with wide-eyed. Hey, I'm back! Sho, you're here. Yes. Shinji stands up. The bottle of whiskey drops to the floor, spilling all over. Oh no, it's gonna stain the carpet. But Shinji pays no mind to it as he steps over it and closer to me. I smile weakly and quickly explain to him what happened after my death. About how I was pulled away from Hana and the invisible barrier around the manor that prevented me from going back. Or maybe it has something to do with Ilois. Maybe he did something. I don't know. Where's Hana? I ask, though I dread to hear the answer. Shin's face twists into a grimace at my question. She's being held hostage. I'm sorry, she gave herself up to Ilois. He offered her a deal, saying he wouldn't hurt anyone else if she did. I feel like I've been punched in the stomach. I can only nod in response. Hearing that she did that isn't surprising, but it sucks. If I was stronger, I could have stayed alive. I could have fought Ilois back. I could have, should've, would've, but you're not. You're dead now. For now, actually. For now, at least, yeah. A strange shadow catches my eye, but as I turn to look, Shin stands in my way. What? He shakes his head and mumbles quietly, don't. The look on his face makes me not even consider questioning him about it, whatever it is. Shin, I need your help. I need to get back inside the manor as soon as possible. He stares at me wordlessly, tears long gone now. I'll help you, but what do you think you can do? Shin asked me seriously. And I don't hesitate, not even for a second. I want to be there for Hana. Even in death, even if I can't do anything, I want to support her. It's strange though. I feel so certain that there's something I can do, something that I'll be able to do for her, which is, you know, you'll get resurrected, don't worry. But there's nothing more important than getting to her right now. He smiles down at me. Alright, I'll help. Okay. Hey, maybe... Really? Okay, so okay, good. Good thing then, like... Oh, maybe Shinji has something to do with his resurrection. Who knows? Anyways, okay, so I'm glad that as far as for show, I don't think any of these point of views would take that long. So maybe I can squish in these as well as the chaos extra story. Depending, maybe, I don't even know. Let's try going for that. But if not, then I'll include it in a separate episode either way. So let's go. Continue on with Tatsuya Yukimura. So let's see where we are now. When Hana visits dojo with Tatsuya, I believe, after spending the night at his place? Yeah. So after introducing Hana to my grandfather, I left her to her own devices so that I could get ready for practice. It's all completely normal to me, so much as so I don't even think of it when I transform into my true form in a flash. The familiar weight of my shoulder armor weighs down on me, and I feel relief as the air greets my bare skin. At least until I remember that Hana is here, yes, and she's totally checking you out. Damn, girl. Damn, son. I try to focus on completing our normal pre-practice rituals, but in the end my eyes slide over everyone to find Hana, and I instantly regret it when they meet her mismatched ones. Yes, we both quickly look away, and I'm relieved when grandfather orders us to draw our swords. I think of the shape of my ice katana as I always do, but this time my cheeks are burning as it manifests out of thin air. Stop it, Kay. You need to focus on your job. I walk off to check each person's form and weapon, correcting any flaws before nodding to my grandfather. We begin practice, but I can't concentrate well. I keep finding my eyes drifting to Hana, wondering what she's thinking of me. She thinks you're a real hottie right now, so don't worry. Why do I even care? I begin to get frustrated until I'm forced to face off against Kurara. He's a very experienced opponent, but we've practiced together many times. Still, he takes my full concentration as we enter into something that like a dance. I use ramp up the speed as I attack Kenichi with quick strikes. Okay, so the fight crescendos into something intense even for me, and I feel exhaustion creeping up me. Need to finish this quickly, yes. Taking a calculated risk, I put all my strength into one decisive blow with a grunt. It seems that my move wasn't expected as Kurata's eyes grow wide. He tries to block it with his sword, but instead he falters and stumbles, falling to the ground. I stand, breathing heavily as sweat runs down my body. I'm so glad I didn't lose in front of Hana. Yes, that would be kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. The thought confuses me. Hey now, don't do that. My haunted keyboard is back, you guys, so the thought confuses me and I shake my head to clear it. I glance up at Hana and see that grandfather is talking to her, no doubt telling her one of his long tales. I look at the time on the wall and realize it's time for everyone else to get back to practice. I walk over to the two and grandfather looks at me. Grandfather, everyone's done with their water break, I say. Grandfather grins. Good. How was Kurara today? I look away as I think about how to word the intense fight, and then look back at my grandfather, unable to hide my pride. He gave me some trouble, but it wasn't a problem, I say with a smirk. Grandfather laughs and slaps me on the back as hard as he always does. It hurts, but I'm used to it. However, I'm not prepared at all for what comes next. Good then, I'll send the students for some solo practice time. You can give your girl here some training in the meantime, grandfather says nonchalantly. I feel my jaw drop. What? But she's not ready for that. Nope, I'm gonna force it. Before I can protest any further, grandfather gives us both a single shove towards the center of the room. Hana nearly falls, but my hand shoots out to grab her arm and steady her. I look back at my grandfather, wondering just what in the hell is going on. Isn't it your job to make her ready? He says. Yeah. I mean, you're her tutor. Is he serious? Yeah, is he serious? Yes. I never disobey grandfather, but I won't do it, grandfather. My stomach clenches into a knot as I wait for him to yell, but instead he smiles. Yes, okay, I'll fight her then. Is that right? Then you can protect her. Then can you protect her from me? Fear strikes me through the heart as my grandfather takes a battle stance. Hana backs away, fear in her own eyes. No. Yeah, before I know it, I've stepped in front of her. Don't hurt her. I'm angry. No, I'm furious with my grandfather, but he's right. I dissolve my ice blade, understanding that there's only one way out of the situation. I spin around to face Hana, my icy claws up in a battle stance. Fine, I say. I'll spar with her myself. I'll just take it easy on her. This is the only way to protect her. You can't. I can't, she protests. The fear in her voice hurts my heart, but I know I have to be strong. Even though I'm pissed, I know my grandfather wouldn't do this without a good reason. Get ready. I mean, if you're not gonna do it, your grandfather's gonna do it, and you know he's gonna lay it down a whoop ass on us. Okay, so it's all good. I force Hana to the wall, pressing her against it, willing her to defend herself. But she just looks at me like a terrified animal, and I feel awful. I leap back, watching her slide to the floor. Why? She'll hate me after this. Why? No. Resolving to have over with as soon as possible, I plan to make the next attack look as dangerous as possible. Fight back, I yell as I lunge. Suddenly, familiar icy air coalesces in between us, but I can't stop moving. My ice-covered claws meet Hana's ice barrier head-on with a scraping sound. Even though it hurts, I'm relieved. I relax my body and look at Hana cowering behind the barrier. You did it, I say, smiling. When she answers me in confusion, seeing her own barrier she didn't even know she had erected, I let out a chuckle. I turn back to my grandfather, feeling proud, this time of Hana. Grandfather looks just as pleased as he approaches. I knew you had power in you. I was curious to see what you'll pull out, but an ice barrier, very nice. Tatsuya, do a good job of training this one. Teach her how the Yukimura's handle ice, and she'll make an excellent partner. Heat springs to my face at this unexpected proclamation. This is what all of this was about? Testing her as a potential wife? Really? Oh, wow. I didn't take it for that way, because I thought, you know, he was saying it in a way where it's like, yeah, you know, she's got potential to be a great fighter and a sorceress using ice, but like, a wife? Well, okay, whatever. I'm extremely uncomfortable as I realize I don't mind the idea of this at all. In fact, I even like it. Just admitting these thoughts to myself makes me unable to even look at Hana as I apologize to her. I'm certain I hurt her, and I feel terrible about it. About my crazy family and crazy dragon rituals, which must be so foreign to her. It's alright. Still, I'm grateful she chooses to continue speaking to me. She seems to be in a good mood as we go our separate ways that day, and I feel an unfamiliar levity in my own chest. Little did I know I was already in love with her by that time, the woman who would one day become my wife. Yay! Aw, so cute! Anyways, yes, there's Tatsuya's point of view. Okay, so there's that. Alright then. So up next is Shinji's. I wonder what point of view or what timeline will get dropped in for it. So let's see. Let's go. Oh yes, it's the final battle, I presume. So the guards keep pouring in one after the other. How many of them does she have? I shouldn't be doing this. I know better than to use this magic, especially for something like this. Oh, maybe we'll go through his thoughts on like when he like tore out her heart. That was pretty intense. Like, damn. So, okay, so I can feel them at the edges of the room, waiting. Each spell that I weave makes their presence grow stronger. I tune out the incessant whispering and the almost understandable words. I glance back at Lachlan, who has himself propped up against a wall. He's injured somewhat, but at least it's nothing lethal. One of the guards swiftly moves towards me, spear aimed at my abdomen. For my abdomen. Dark shadows dance at my fingertips as I move my hands forward. The spear melts into the guard's hands and he stumbles forward without the weight in his hands. I push my hands up and out, the shadows bend to my will, rushing at the guard and flinging him into the wall behind him. He crumples helplessly to the ground and I turn my attention towards Hana and that woman. Shit. Oh yeah, we have our own little scuffle with her. Like, yeah, the vines. She has Hana trapped in a tight grip of her vines. Nasty looking thorns dig deeply into her skin. Something wrong, dear Hana? That woman's voice is mockingly sweet as she speaks to her. Seriously? If I rush this, that woman might hurt her more. I need to be careful. I walk slowly, careful not to make any sound, though she seems a little too preoccupied with the game of cat and mouse she's trying to pull on Hana. Hana makes eye contact with me, then looks right back at Sorcha. Yes, her name was Sriracha, yes. Oh no, not at all, she smirks. I'm feeling rather cozy here, actually. Maybe I should just have a nap? I stop myself from laughing at that. So you think yourself a comedian, that woman retorts. I can't see her face, but from her tone, I imagine she looks appropriately disgusted. Who, me? I am but a humble sorceress, Hana continues on. I certainly wouldn't assume myself to be anything. The vines seem to dig deeper into her skin, but she doesn't react. I see the blood slowly start to pool at her feet and glare at the back of that woman's head. Fuck you. But oh, your majesty, do you truly think me funny? Despite the pain she must be in, Hana sounds cheerful and pleased. Yeah. Slowly, carefully, I'm getting closer, just a little bit more. I would forever be... Hana cries out as the vines wrap around her neck and squeeze hard. Against my better judgment, I stop and look at that woman. Her aura is dark, only a few flickers of color left here and there. It feels so cold and bitter. I thought I might have a use for you, that woman sneers. A live sorceress is rather rare after all. Her voice becomes distant as my thoughts go a mile a minute. Looking at her now like this, it really hits me. She's not going to stop, is she? All the pain and misery she's caused, she'll just continue. I glance back at Lachlan and my mind flashes back to Cillian and my mom too. This woman will stop at nothing. I look back at the scene and feel my blood run cold. Hana looks like she's about to pass out from pain, and Sorcha is reveling in it. The whispers intensify. Suddenly, they're all I can hear. Tarif Kal. Hey, stop it! No sorcery here on my keyboard. Tarif Kal, Adam Kal, Tarif Kal, whatever the hell that means. Probably kill her. I fix my gaze on Sorcha as I stride towards her. Adam Kal. She doesn't hear me coming at all. Kal Taran. Yeah. Oh, stop it! Oh god, I will not have no dark magic here in my keyboard. Shadows dance at my fingertips as I reach forward. Shall we step? Nope. My hand slips through. The shadows eat away at her flesh, and I grasp her heart in my hand and yank it out. The whispers intensify. They talk over each other so fast that I can't understand a single word. I pull out her still beating heart and watch as her body graciously crumples to the floor. Her flower crown lies on the floor next to her corpse. The flowers turn bloody as they become drenched. The shadows all move in on her. They grab at her soul, all fighting for a piece, but I refuse to turn away. My heart feels heavy. I killed her. Ibadea. A strange cold creeps over me, though it's not unfamiliar nor unwelcome this time. Shinji, Hana's raspy voice draws my attention. I stare quietly at her. I don't know what to say, don't want to say anything. I stand frozen in place. Shinji, she pushes herself up to her feet, and as she takes a step closer, I look away. Don't come any closer. Not now, not when I can't say it. I'm getting deeper, and she saw me like this. The throne room is no longer filled with the sounds of fighting, but the storm outside continues to rage on. I promised him I wouldn't use this magic for something like this. I know, I'm sorry, old man. I hear footsteps and look behind Hana to see Lachlan approach. Lachlan stops just a few steps away from her. His eyes wordlessly travel to her corpse. So it's over, he sounds relieved. I nod wordlessly and glance at the heart still in my hand. I feel nothing looking at it. Shouldn't there be a guilt or regret or something? Or disgust because you are holding a beating heart in your hands, and it's kind of gross. I freeze the heart and crush it into dust. I guess that's the end then. Oh, really? Well, all right, all right then. There's that. Okay, not, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on to Takumi then. Let's see where we're getting dropped. I feel like that again, the climactic moment in Takumi's route, which is the final battle between what's her face again? Del Bosque, yes. So I'm covered in sweat and blood. I'm in pain. Well, that's the understatement of the year. I wish that I could say this isn't a normal occurrence, but still, this time, it's way more intense than ever before. Way more dire than ever before. The pain sears through me from the surface of my skin, through every organ, down to the marrow of my bones. My tears are boiling water, my blood flows through my veins as lava. And yet, I know this is the least I deserve. For being too weak. For being too human. For failing her. Oh no! It's raining, but it does nothing to calm the feeling of every one of my cells on fire. Yes. Actually, I think that being on fire would be kinder. Not actually able to feel anything, and barely able to see, I stagger and swipe blindly at the smirking Azucena in front of me. One hand holds my dagger, while my other tries to hold my entire being together. Consciousness is fading and quickly. Everything seems so distant around me, it doesn't feel as if my body is my own anymore. And maybe it's not. I hope it's not. Who'd want this weak, worthless thing anyway? Oh, come on, stop it! I pray that I'm not me anymore. I want strength. I want the power to help the people I love. That's when I see her, staring wide-eyed at me. The her that I thought might never wake up again, just like my brother. No, girl, I'm immortal. Like I said, like, I can't. You think I'm gonna die from a bullet shot to the head? Nah. The her I hadn't ever thought I'd see again before this year. Hana. I freeze up, staring at the lights reflected off her beautiful face in the pouring rain. I feel something like shame at seeing her. I feel something like shame at her seeing me this way. Then all I can see is the sky. I realize from experience that I'm flying backward. I realize that I had heard a loud shout right before it. So I've been shot. Yes, I hit the ground hard as my body attempts to scream at me that some new injury has occurred, but it barely registers beneath the other pain. I look up at the black sky above, managing to turn my head slightly so that the rain won't drown me. I hope I don't die. That'd suck, dying like this, after how close I was. Yeah, it would yeah. To finally being someone useful. I see movement near me as a huge firefight breaks out, and I'm immediately concerned about Hana. I manage to spot her even though my eyesight is abysmal at this point, headed straight for me. Panic grips hold of me more than the pain or anything else I'm able to feel right now. Stay back, get out of here, I don't want you to get hurt. I managed to yell this much as my ragged voice coughing up blood and who knows what else in exchange. I'm not an idiot, I can feel my life leaving me now. Hana throws up a shield but doesn't stop running toward me. By who, Azucena or you? The pain in her voice strikes me to my core, triggering the pain of my transformation to redouble. How could she? I'm doing it for you, I mumble between groans. I get it, the vampire serum is trying to keep me alive rather than kill me now. Yes. I ignore Azucena's sarcastic remark in response to me. I can hardly hear now anyway. I roll around on the ground, praying for the pain to end, but intensifies like a crescendo. And I don't miss Azucena grabbing Hana. Despite the throbbing, horrific burning, I force myself to stand up with every fiber in my being. And then the pain stops. Just like that, it evaporates from my body as if it never was. My vision clarifies and my hearing sharpens. I begin to feel intense strength returning quickly, so quickly to my body. It's as if reality itself is crystal clear now, as if time itself just restarted. No, it's more than that. It's as if I could bend both to my will. It's as if I could bend both to my will with my only strength. With only my strength? Yeah, whatever. I bring my eyes to Azucena holding Hana. The sight disgusts me. How can? Azucena begins. How are you standing? She moves her hand that's holding the gun. But the action seems slow, exaggerated. I have more than enough time to stop her. I easily run over and grab her hand as it reaches Hana's temple, tearing her away from Azucena in one smooth motion. I pull out my only remaining dagger and point it at Azucena's throat. I've had enough of you. For years you trampled on people, you destroyed lives and families to get what you want. I grin, feeling a rush of pure power and desire for vengeance. Now you're going to get a taste of your own medicine. Pure bloodthirst runs through me and I move to shove the dagger deep into Azucena's oh-so-fragile skin. But she moves quicker than I'd anticipated, knocking my wrist away. No, you don't, you bastard. I let Hana go, giving her a little bit too hard of a push away. I can barely contain my strength or control my body, but I at least know she'll be safe. I run toward Azucena with my dagger, planning nothing less than murder. The ensuing fight is easy, it's all too easy. I almost laugh at the stupid look on her face, her pitiful attempts for survival, but then the pain kicks back in, and I feel nothing but pure rage for this pathetic being in front of me, the one who hurt me so much. The one who hurt my Hana. Damn, Jesus Christ, Takumi. That's when Hana and Yazu begin to yell at me, lecturing for my decisions. Talking about justice and some nonsense about how I didn't need to change myself. It just makes me angrier. I continue to fight to kill this aberration. Then Hana murmurs, "You don't need any more burdens on your conscience. You don't need to shoulder them all alone. Please rely on us. Please rely on me. Whatever future there is, I want to face it with you." I can hear her thanks to my increased hearing, and something traitorously stirs within my heart. All at once I feel frustration beyond belief. I did this for you, I'm doing this for you, for everyone, and you can't support me? Oh girl! With a roar, I push Azucena away hard. She stumbles, giving me an easy opening to snatch her gun away. She unceremoniously slips and falls in the rain. The adrenaline slowly drains out of me, along with my determination. I collapse to the ground. Isn't this the right path? It's all I ever wanted, so. But girl, it's not like I asked you to change. Was I wrong all along? Yes, with my feelings and confusion no longer certain what I want, I'm taken over by pain. My state rapidly deteriorates and I begin to slip in and out of consciousness. I feel myself being propped up by someone, Hana. I can't see or hear much anymore as she talks to the others, but I begin to think, this isn't such a bad way to die, in the arms of the woman I love. Hey now, come on, don't be a little bitch and just give up and die here now. Well, obviously he didn't, but like still. It's more than most people get. She buries her face in my neck, and I'm thankful for the comfort, the warmth, as the burning begins to fade and I begin to shiver uncontrollably. Hana starts speaking to me, and I can hear snippets of it as I fade into the nothingness. But I love you. I fell in love with you for who you already are, and nothing more. Those are the last words I hear. I think those were the words that saved me. Oh, that gave me the salvation I was truly looking for all along. Yes, of course, you dumbass. God, Takumi. Why did you think otherwise? Anyways, there we go. So last of the point of view is Hikaru. So we're going by fairly fast. So I'm pretty sure I might just squeeze in the chaos story then. So yeah, so there's an insane goddess in my living room. Oh, we're going to the very beginnings, like early stages of like Hikaru's route. Okay, and she's pissed at me, of course. Duh. Granted, I've had plenty of pissed off women in my living room. This is probably the scariest one. Yeah, because she's a goddess and she'll fuck your shit up. Tsuneka no Mikoto, the powerful goddess of time, stands before me and my student. A student with an obvious crush on me who happens to look like my dead partner, the woman I was in love with. Yes. So fucked up. This is all really fucked up. As expected, Tsuneka has absolutely perfect timing. Yes, you know, goddess of time and all. But it is so difficult to kill a demigod, she says lazily. It's a good thing I'll have fun trying though, no? Yeah, shit. I sigh and glance out of the corner of my eye at Lee as shock spreads across her delicate features. Tsuneka says some other meaningless taunts while I try to work out a way to get Lee away from here. If I try to run, she'll just catch us. If I tell Lee to run, she of course won't let that happen either. There are no real options here. Yes. This is my fight. My mistake comes back to haunt me. She doesn't deserve to be caught up in this. It's clear to me that Tsuneka thinks that Lee is Shizuka and that she thought Shizuka was my lover all those years ago. Yes. I think she'd understand that Shizuka was human, that she knows she's dead by now. However, as much as I wish she was still alive, no girl, she's still alive. How Tsuneka's logic works, I don't exactly know, but no matter how powerful I am, I'm no match for a goddess of Tsuneka's caliber, yes. Will I have to transform? No, there's no need to wonder. She moves in one flowing arc with her hands, throwing them out toward Lee. I tense up as the room distorts and shimmers and divine magic imbues Tsuneka. There's no other option at this point, yep. As the colors bleed out of the room, the very air in front of us, I let go of the god inside me. Lee is just standing there frozen. I don't blame her, but she needs to wake up or she'll be killed. Oh, did I? Yes, I did, but I suddenly had the feeling that this is absolutely 100% something I cannot let happen. I cannot let Hana die at any cost. Not only because she's my student or an innocent human being who was pulled into this mess, but because something deeply within everything that I am is telling me that I cannot let her die. Cause we're soulmates, apparently, yes. My body moves without hesitation and it all happens within seconds. I push Hana out of the way since she can't seem to move her legs herself. Yes, that is what exactly happened. As she stumbles to the floor, I manage to somehow feel guilty about it. I place my body in between her and Tsuneka, holding a hand up, completely ready to wind blast the goddess' face off if I must. Tsuneka only grins at me. The fabric of reality begins to coil like bunched up fabric, and I understand that there's no way I'll survive this attack. Not when she's warping time and space itself. Everything glows brighter and brighter. Yes, and I'm dead. There's so much pain, I can't hear or see. I wonder if Mother will be sad. She's the only one left who really care anyway. Oh, shouldn't I be scared? I hope Hana doesn't feel responsible for what happened. Too late. I hope she goes on and leads a full life somehow. Maybe Galen can help somehow. If you're hearing this, Galen, look after her, alright? Oh, okay, maybe this is where Galen was able to find us, perhaps? Yeah? My last thoughts are partly of curiosity of who this mysterious girl really was and why I felt so strongly she couldn't die. And partly of well wishes that go beyond the realm of my current comprehension. I don't understand why I feel this way about someone I hardly know, but I wish with all my soul for her to always be happy. My senses are assaulted until my consciousness fades into a bright, hot light. Not knowing that this girl would become the one who saves me instead. Yes. Yeah, I saved your ass. God. Oh, there we go. Through his eyes. There's our one achievement out of the 3 that I'm missing. Okay, let's go. Let's get the rest of those endings. Okay, so let's move on to... I'm pretty sure I'm still good for time, but I'm just going to double check just exactly where I am. But okay, let's go. Let's move on then to enter the Chaos Extra story then, which is with Galen, of course. So anyways, let's read this blurb. So, the god with no name and the god with many names, a contradictory title, but a fitting one for a god such as himself. Such as him. His full set of titles is God of Chaos, Lord of the Forbidden Realm, God of Secrets and Knowledge, God of Mischief and Lord of Enchantments, Trickery and Lies, God Killer, or at times simply Kinslayer. Born to the goddess of wisdom and the god of love, he was once an adventurous young god with little to no regard for the rules. He is seen throughout history, oftentimes appearing as a human man who simply knows more than he should. There are some things that are at best left unknown. So character bio, so of course he's like undeterminable age. He's an Aquarius though, let's get that clear. Proto-god, 6'2", he's really tall, but we already kind of got that when we were trying to look for him in Takumi's route, I believe. So yes, so chaos, yes, power is chaos. So the people who know of his past are few and far between, and none know the full story. The gods do know that that Galen is somehow tied to the disappearance of the first gods, and as much as they like to speculate, most don't dare question him themselves. Of course not, because he'll just straight up delete you if he could. Anyways, let's read the story. Let's go! So from the beginning, from the very beginnings of time. Wow, where are we? What? Where is this? So I trudged down the all too familiar road home. After a long day at school, I want nothing more than to fall right into bed and pass out. Given everything that's happened since I got my powers, it's still really weird to think about how much I've progressed since then. Sometimes it feels like it all started just yesterday, and then other days it feels like it's been hundreds of years. Though that's probably just the exhaustion talking. Okay, I do a little stretch as I walk, and I can hear the pop of my joints as I do. That feels so good. That feels great. Even though I feel like I might drop to the ground from exhaustion, I can't help but feel really excited. I spent all day talking to my professors about whether I'd be allowed to do my masters. After some hours-long debate, Professor Sapienti decided to back my request that I be allowed to continue my studies in a less than traditional manner. I was almost sure they'd refuse me because tradition! Yes, as I get closer to my apartment building, I force myself to speed up. Bed, here I come! Oh my god, my bed. I stop in front of my door and dig into my pocket for the key. Oh no, did you drop it somewhere? Did you leave it? Oh no. I triple check all my pockets and bag, but my keys are nowhere to be found. Well, crap. I mutter and heave a sigh. Great, just great. I probably left the keys back in Hagiwara. Really? Are you serious? I should go back and look for them, but the thought of having to go all the way back to try and find my keys makes me want to just lie down by the door instead. I know, right? What do I do? Can't you do some magic Alohomora kind of spell and just get yourself in there? I stare down at the lock and bite my lip. I really don't want to deal with walking all the way back to Hagiwara. And I know I don't have enough cash for a taxi ride there and back. I sigh. Maybe I should just call him and ask to stay over, but ugh, more walking. Who? Ask who? Oh! Takumi did teach me how to pick locks, so it's time to put those skills to test. Okay. Better than nothing. I pull a few things out of my bag and get down on my knees. I glance around the dark hallway, trying to look for any signs of life. Finding none, I focus on the lock before me. Alright, you can do this, Hana. Come on, girl. It's not like somebody can give you shit for trying to break into your own place. God. As I start to work on picking the lock, my thoughts start to drift. Wait. I know Taku taught me this, but when? It feels like it's been ages. But why can't I remember it? What the hell? Why is my hair changing like that? I busy myself with the locks, but the thought stubbornly remains in my mind. Where are we? Why can't I remember him teaching me? Oh, is this like really way after like our little adventure in Hikaru's route? Because we do have the hair, because after we were sent into the nothingness. And then she's like, oh, why can't I remember this? Because she did visit the other timelines, and I guess she like picked up on some of the knowledges and shit when she was there. Kind of, yeah, with her other selves. Maybe? I guess so. Why can't I remember him teaching me? I sigh. All the stress must be affecting my memory. All the stress. Hey now. Stop that. All the stress must be affecting my memory. Life, after all, has been so hectic since the moment I came to Hagiwara. The lock finally gives in and I can't help but smile. Yes, I did it. Okay. I almost feel like doing a victory dance. Almost. I push myself up and dust myself off. Alright, broke into my place. I finally step inside with a single thought in mind. Ugh, I really need a shower. I feel so did you break into the wrong house, girl? I freeze, body, thoughts and all. This doesn't look like my place. Yeah, no shit. What the fuck? Crap. I can't believe it. Did I just break into someone's house? Yes. I stand still, unable to move as a million thoughts run through my mind. Well, you better leave now before anyone notices. No, I know I didn't make a mistake. What? Is this some weird prank? What the hell? Okay, so first of all, two sketchy things is that, one, our hair keeps changing back and forth between our route in Hikaru and just regular us. Just like normal brown, no white streak hair. And then now it's like, what? This is our apartment, but it's not. Is there like a timeline that we unknowingly went through? I look around the place and nothing seems familiar. Everything here seems to belong to someone else. Yeah. Even if logically I know none of this makes sense, that in my exhaustion I must have just gotten the wrong apartment somehow. I feel like that's all wrong. I feel like I couldn't have made a mistake like that, and the sound of a shower stopping suddenly brings me out of my thoughts. Ooh, shit! Oh shit! Oh shit indeed! I feel my heart jump into my throat. I have to get out of here, now, yes! I hold my breath and start to slowly back out of the apartment while keeping an eye on the bathroom door. The door suddenly opens and I can feel my heart drop to my stomach. Before I can really think about it, I clap my hands together, creating a flashbang effect. Bye. I hear a scream and someone falling as I bolt out through the door. What the fuck? Getting stranger. Okay. What the hell? Fuck. What is going on? My lungs feel like they're on fire, but I keep running. I can't stop. Somehow I managed to get a look at the apartment number as I ran out. That was my apartment building. That was my apartment. This is so weird, right? What the hell is going on? Same. I don't know, girl. I'm just as lost as you are. Could this be someone trying to get back at me for my work with Taku? What? We did piss off a bunch of people, but there's better ways to send a message and better ways to get revenge, so what? What the hell is going on? I slowly come to a halt and lean back against a tree. I try to catch my breath and slowly the burning in my lungs starts to fade away. I need to call someone, anyone for help. I just need someone to talk to so I don't feel like I'm going completely insane. Oh no! Oh god! Where did it go? Let's call Takumi. He's like our... Oh, god. I don't even know. Who are we close to in this timeline? What? Like, okay, the only... God, I don't know. Because the only... Right now, I have two assumptions. Is that we're currently at some point a little before or I'm pretty sure a little bit after our route with Hikaru, right? Because we have the white streak hair, and that's how we got the white streaks in our hair, was when we were sent into the nothingness by Hikaru's route by Tsuneka. So, are we together in Hikaru's route and then close friends with Takumi? Because either way, these two seem the most viable option as of right now. According to what I think is going on in terms of where we are. Oh no. You know what? Let's call Takumi. He's our childhood friend after all, so let's call him. Takumi picks up after a few rings just before I thought I'd get voicemail. Hello? Hey Taku. Who is this? Huh? Stop messing around. It's me, Hana. Hana. Yes. How are you? I haven't heard from you in forever. Huh? What? Huh? We just talked last night. What? I mean, I wish, but... No, you're right. It's been years, hasn't it? Listen, sorry to call you and run, but I gotta go. Not giving poor Taku time to respond, I hang up, suddenly confused as to what the hell just happened and what the truth really is. So what is the truth? What? The phone call doesn't help me clear up any of the confusion. I stare down at my phone, feeling as lost as ever before. Something is definitely going on, and I need to get to the bottom of it. Right. But what do? I don't know where to start. What the hell? Oh, him. Galen. If I can find him, he might be able to tell me what's going on. I just need to go to... he's usually in... I rack my brain trying to remember, but my mind feels heavy when I try to think of... Who? Oh, or is it just me? Maybe it's me just being like really like messed up with our times because we've traveled back and forth between different dimensions of us, you know, our different universes. Sorry, I keep saying universes. Yes. So like, cause the hair keeps changing back and forth between Hikaru and then the normal one. So then, like, you know, maybe we're the one who has a messed up timeline, but it's just us. Like, I know, you know. Okay, so yeah. So I have a distinct feeling that there is someone who could help me somehow, but when I try to remember who it is, everything starts to get fuzzy. Veratus? Yes. Right, yes, he should be there. All I know is that there is someone in Veratus that I need to find. Someone who can at the very least tell me what's going on, if not help me. With a heavy mind, I make my way down to Chowa. Alright, let's go. No more truth. No more truth? What? What does that mean? I walk through Chowa, but even the pleasant night atmosphere can't distract me from my thoughts. Could it be that Tsuneka decided to go back on what she said? That she's messing with me again somehow? Oh. I kind of want to go back and try to call Hikaru then. Maybe afterwards, after this. Okay, guys, so guess what? We're not gonna be the only one who's gonna be jumping around timelines. Yes, so I apologize for this awkward jump cut and like going back in time because I did say that I was gonna go back and try to call Hikaru instead of Takumi because those are one of the two options that I thought was more it made more sense to do so, but I didn't for some reason. I totally completely forgot about it. And I kind of had the thought where it's like, oh, what if it's like, you know, we call Hikaru, but then he just kind of brushes us off being like, oh, Lee, you know, what are you doing kind of thing, like, why are you calling me, like, he doesn't know us, kind of like similar to Takumi. So anyways, I got super curious after I was editing my the current episode that you guys are viewing right now, and then I went back just to confirm whether or not it was true. And you know what, you guys, I found out. Okay, I admit I hit call Hikaru and I read a little bit, so I'll take you up to this point. So Hikaru immediately picks up on the first ring. Hikaru, I'm so glad you picked up. You sound panicked. Did you sense it too then? This is the point where I stopped and I was like, wait a minute, he knows what's going on too? So I was like, what? This completely changes everything. Like, I had assumed that maybe I shouldn't have that, you know, he would have probably forgotten about us, be like, oh yeah, we're just student-teacher relationship, like, you know, we don't have any deeper meaningful relationship other than that. So yeah, so there, I wonder if this is gonna entirely change our experience what we went through with Galen or not, or something. I don't even know. Will it even give me my final achievement? Who knows? But let's continue on anyways and see if that is true. So you sound panicked. Did you sense it too then? Sense what? Do you mean weird stuff that has been happening? Do you mean that weird stuff has been happening to you too then? Yeah, I've been trying to figure out what's going on all day. Oh, I'm worried the chaos might be spreading further in the timelines. Okay, yes. Oh no, oh god, what have I done? No. I'm not sure what's going on, but it wasn't you that did it, remember? I do worry about what this is all going to mean for everyone. Okay, do you think the gods can help? I'm sure they're the only ones who could now. We have to try. Try what? It's gotten to you too, huh? I see. I guess it's a good time to be partly divine. Hikaru, what are you talking about? I'm scared. Yeah, I'm very confused. I'll talk to you later, Hana. Talking right now would only confuse you. Call me when your mind has cleared up. I love you. What? Wait, did he like do a double switch? Did he like switch out on us? Be like, oh yeah, I know what's going on, to like, what's gotten into you kind of thing. What? I hear a click and silence follows. The phone call doesn't help me clear up any of the confusion. I stare down at my phone, feeling as lost as ever before. Something is definitely going on and I need to get to the bottom of it. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward and see if everything is... I think it might be the same, but if not, I'll stop you guys. But either way, I'm gonna go right through the end, and if it doesn't give me my last achievement, then I'm gonna be really hella salty, and I'll let you know about that too. And so yeah. So as logical as I might be to assume, the thought feels so very wrong that I can't entertain it for long without feeling ridiculous. I stop by one of the shop windows, suddenly feeling hopeless and strange. What if I never find out what's going on? What if this just continues forever? Maybe I'm going insane? I don't know. I can't shake the uneasiness eating away at me. I feel like I want to claw my own chest out just to stop the unsettling feeling. My own reflection catches my eye, and my breath catches in my throat. Is it the hair? There's no white hair. Yes. Wait. Why would there be white in my hair? There we go. What? I choke back my words, unsure of what to say. I'm afraid to say anything, to even think, because it might what? Actually saying it, even if it's just my own thoughts, it feels dangerous. Galen. I need to get to Galen. Yes. I push down any and all thoughts and the rising nausea, turn on my heel and start to run toward Veredas. I don't know what's going on, and if I try to think on it too much, I might not be able to deal with anything. So I run to the one man who might be able to tell me what it all means. Yes. Oh my god, Galen, you better be here. I step into Veredas and look around for a mop of magenta hair, but it doesn't seem like he's here. Oh right, I think he's not supposed to be working today. It would be easier if Shinji was here, but I guess I have to ask someone else. Where about Tatsuya? I make my way up to the bar area, and one of the baristas immediately walks up to me with a smile. Hey, what can I get you? I need Galen. Actually, I'm here to see someone. Could you tell Galen that I'm looking for him? The barista blinks slowly and stares at me for a short moment. Please don't tell me he was like, Galen? Who's that? He doesn't work here. I'm sorry, miss. I don't know who that is. Oh, I knew it. I guess they're new? The owner? I like to see the owner. The owners don't come by. They leave management of Cafe Antique to their granddaughter. What? A what? Cafe Antique? What? I can call the manager over for you if you... What? No, that's alright. I'm sorry for taking up your time. This is... So, it's not even Veredas anymore, and it's not... It's just Cafe Antique. What the hell? I can barely breathe. I'm shaking. Am I? My eyes scan over the patrons and the waiters in the cafe. No one can see me shaking, can they? Please, no one see. I rush out of the place, ignoring the eyes on my back as I leave. What the hell? I leave Cafe Antique with more questions than answers. I manage to get far enough away before I have to stop and lean against a wall. I close my eyes, but even as I do, I see the colorful spots dancing in my darkened vision. Ugh. I take deep breaths to calm my racing heart. I want to cry, but I feel like I'll have to save that for later, when I'm finally home. If I can get my home back. With another deep breath, I open my eyes and push myself away from the wall. Right, time to... My thoughts go blank as I stare up at the sky. It was just night. When I went inside, it was still night. I stare up at the sky. Galen? Galen, damn it, what the hell? My inner clock is just fucked up. What is going on? No reply. Oh shit. I'm not sure what I was expecting. I need to do something, but it's not like he just carries around a... Shinji, he's close to him, being an apprentice in the shady black market stuff that they do. He should know something, right? I text Shinji telling him I need to talk to him about something important, and he replies not even a minute later. Alright, come down to Fox's Tail around 10ish. I almost breathed a sigh of relief when I read his text, but the heavy feeling in my heart doesn't go away. Oh my god, what happens if like Shinji is like, no, I don't know anyone named Galen, like I never worked for him? Oh my god. I slip my phone back into my pocket and start walking towards the bar. Why do I keep choking on myself? God. So, when I get to the Fox's Tail, I look around, but I don't see Shinji anywhere. This isn't even... Okay. Please do not bullshit me by saying this isn't the Fox's fox's tail, when clearly the sign on the wall says fox's tail, because that I call bullshit on. Guess I'm here first then? I hope so. I spot Isao behind the bar and walk toward him. Hey Isao. He doesn't know us. He leans on the bar and grins at me. Hey Hana, how's it going? Okay, so he does know me. Oh my god, I'm like doubting everything and everyone. What brings you to this fine establishment so early in the week? Oh, I'm just meeting Shinji here, but it looks like I came a little too early. He nods. I got you. He got a phone call from someone, so he'll be back in a sec. You want a drink? Your usual? Maybe saying no would be better, but I really need a drink, so yeah, that would be great, thanks. I watch Isao as he starts making my order with deft hands. He's actually better at this than I thought he is. I can't believe I've never seen him make a drink before. Oh, Isao? He hums as he works, but doesn't look up. Yeah? How's Emmy doing? I haven't seen her in a while. Oh, the sound of glass shattering makes me look up at Isao. What? He stares back at me in stunned horror, completely frozen in place and unheeding of the shattered mess around him. What? Well, what? Emmy? What? Emmy? Before I can ask him what's wrong, he slams his fist on the bar. What? What the fuck is wrong with you? What? What? Who told you about her? Huh? Was it Arisawa who thought it'd be funny to get you to bring up my dead sister? She's dead? What the hell? What the hell? What? I sit there frozen, unable to form words or even thoughts. I don't know why you do this, but I don't know why you do this, and I don't want to fucking know. For a moment, it seems like he wants to say something else, but decides against it. He turns on his heels and stomps off to the back room, slamming the door behind him. Emmy, dead? But I feel sick. Shinji suddenly comes into the scene, plopping himself down in the seat next to me. Hey Hana, I saw Isao storming off. What's going on? Well, apparently his sister is dead and I didn't know. God. Hearing his voice in what feels like forever, I snap out of my frozen state. I feel the tears running down my face. Shinji, Whoa! What the hell? Is this backward for something? Nope. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna try. Nope, I can't. No, breathe. What? It looks like that word says breathe. This one says breathe, but I don't know what this one means. I don't even know. I blink. What was I saying? Shinji and I stare at each other quietly before he speaks up. So, what's this important thing you need to talk to me about? I tilt my head, trying to remember. My head feels a little foggy and I can't shake the feeling I'm forgetting something important. Well, whatever, if I forgot it, it might not be that important. Oh girl, someone's fucking with you! This might sound a little strange, but, well, you're definitely someone who's used to weird things. Shinji nods, silently urging me to continue. A flash of bright pink catches my eye, distracting me for a moment. Emmy? What? I look over Shinji's shoulder to see Emmy waving enthusiastically at me from her table. She's sitting next to Isao, who's telling her something I can't hear. I give her a little wave back. She gestures towards Shinji and holds 2 thumbs up at me with a little wink. Oh my god, oh my god. I look back at Shinji, who gives me an amused look, but doesn't comment on the exchange. Sorry, anyway, the reason I called you here is... I take a deep breath, steadying myself before I really get into the weirdness. I give him the rundown of what's been happening since I went home, quote-unquote home. So I need to find Galen, since he's basically the only person who might actually know what's going on, as far as I know anyway. I knew it, huh? Who? I can try to find this guy for you, but you'll need to give me more to go on. What? He doesn't know who Galen is? Oh my god. Alright, this isn't funny, Shinji. This isn't the time to mess with me. Shinji only looks more confused. I'm not messing with you. I got no idea who you're talking about. What's going on? I blink and I look around. Yeah, fox's tail, huh? When did I get here? I look at Shinji sitting next to me. He takes a long sip of his whiskey and glances at me with a smile. I must really be out of it. I don't remember getting here or meeting up with Shinji. Galen, what the hell? Like, if you're gonna erase your whole existence from my timeline, at least, like, let me live my life. God. The memory loss is worrying, no doubt, but all the stress of my final year is probably finally getting to me. I want to brush it all off, but something inside me screams at me. What's wrong with you? Memory loss is a serious thing. Ignoring it is the worst idea, right? It's fine. Everything is fine. This is all... No, my head feels strange. Nothing is fine here. Don't ignore it. Why shouldn't I? I feel so tired. I don't want... I shove everything away and turn my attention back to Shinji instead. Shinji stares at me with a troubled expression. I just saw something shift around you. Oh! I'm not actually sure what I saw. It's definitely not something I've seen before. Good, good, good. I'm not going insane then. Yes. Oh? I'm not like dealing with this by myself. Oh? I can't ignore it. I need to say it. I admit that I can't remember what I'm doing here with you. I'm so sorry. I don't know why. If we're on a date, I'm really sorry. Everything feels blank. But I know I'm forgetting something important. My reflection on the mirror behind the bar catches my eye, and I find myself inexplicably drawn closer. I blink. Hey, what? This happened before, yes. I don't know why I think that, since I don't have any memory of something like that, but oh my gosh. I can't shake the feeling that this is all part of something important. I can see Shinji's lips moving, but I can't hear anything. A horrible ringing tears through my mind, obscuring all other sounds from me. My head feels heavy, I gasp for breath, but it feels like my lungs are filling with lead. Everything is spinning. I close my eyes and grab onto the bar to stop myself from falling out of my seat. It's too much. This is all too much. I can't... Ugh. I take a few slow and steady breaths to try and ease the burning in my lungs. Oh, stars, I love you so much, Hana. I don't say this enough, but thank you for being by my side. Oh yes, she's like going through all of the universes that we exist in. Oh my god. I knew time traveling would have a big repercussion. I don't think I could do this without you. Sometimes I wonder if being with you isn't all just some sweet dream. You're my other half, the one I was meant to be with. Yes. All these sweet words from all 5 guys. Losing it! Losing my shit! Oof. I open my eyes to a vaguely familiar road. I blink then look around. Where am I? I recall going home, but home not actually being home anymore, and then my memory gets fuzzy. I know I'm definitely missing something there. I close my eyes and focus on my breathing, slowly centering myself with each breath. Wave after wave, memories of everything and more keep coming at me, images of myself with my loves. Yes, I can barely stand under the unrelenting barrage of sensations. I stumble backwards and my back hits the tree behind me. My whole body shakes uncontrollably, and no matter how hard I hold myself, it doesn't stop. This is serious, more serious than I thought it might be. Whatever is going on. I'm terrified of what might happen next. It seems that the world is shifting around me with no rhyme or reason. I don't know if there's anything I can do to stop all this. I can't just do nothing though. If I don't even try to figure it out, I refuse to think of what might happen next. Right? Like essentially, as of right now, we are just like phasing in and out of like all these universes and timelines that we've seen and we've been through. Oh my gosh. I have no idea if this is something that can be fixed or not, but I need to what? I slump down to the ground, with my arms still wrapped tightly around myself. I need to figure out if this is happening to just me, or if it's a more widespread thing. Gallon! Gallon! Fucking damn it, Gallon! Gallon! Oh my god, Gallon! No reply still. Where the fuck is this man? I sigh and pull myself up to my feet. What should I do now? Maybe I should try calling out to another god. It might be a long shot though, but worth a shot, I guess, right? I mean... Yeah, Suneka, can you hear me? I stand still for a moment and hold my breath. But when nothing happens yet again, I just sigh. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess I should go check if my home is back to normal. I don't even know anymore, right? I turn towards the direction of my apartment building. Oh my god, Suneka, fine! Oh my god, someone... Thank the lords! And when I do, I see Suneka standing just a few steps away, looking at me with a curious look on her face. Suneka, homegirl, please help me. Gotta say, I didn't expect you of all people to call out to me. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, but you're my last hope. Seeing the goddess before me like this, I don't hesitate to launch into an explanation of everything that's happened and why I've called out to her. I mean, if anyone knows about time distortion right now, it should be her, right? She doesn't hide her grimace at my explanation. So the corruption has still been spreading. Seneca swears but doesn't say anything else. She looks like her mind is racing a mile a minute about something I can't begin to guess. Corruption? What corruption? So maybe there were consequences, and when she said how like she went back to fix all the timelines in the universes, maybe there is some repercussions after all. I'm drawn back to the memory of what happened back in the Divine Realm. Seneca did mention something about corruption back then, but I didn't question her further. But this might just mean that I was right to call her after all. Yes. What corruption are you talking about? What's going on? I said it before, but I've been working with Grandpa Emo to clear the chaos and set everything back the way it was. We got it all, but it's been appearing again, more than before, too. But, of course, chaos is as stubborn as one might expect, so new pockets of chaos started appearing from nowhere. And even as we cleared it away, new ones would appear as quick as we could get rid of them. We managed to put a stop to it eventually. I thought we were finally freaking done, but what you said, clearly there's some bigger stuff happening here, right? I did think it was suspicious that the pockets of chaos were suddenly disappearing on their own. I was surprised the stubborn little shits didn't offer any more resistance in the end. Seneca sighs. I was an idiot. I allowed myself to try and be optimistic about it. But then of course everything turned to shit anyway. Seneca quietly stares at me for a moment. The timelines you've been to, they're all converging into one. Aha, okay. Well, I was kind of right. Like, you know, the phasing in and out of stuff, but like, well, okay. What? What does that mean exactly? It means just what it means. Are things that happened in some timelines will be undone? Or that all the things that happened will come to pass? Or... Seneca shakes her head. I can only guess at what the end result will be, but from what I can sense so far, the things that have happened in the different timelines will all have happened. It might not make much sense that all things could have happened, but little does make sense when it comes to chaos. I fall silent and think to myself about what Seneca said, and when I really think about it, I do seem to have memories of being with Sho, Tatsuya, Shinji, and Takumi and Hikaru too, right? The memories all feel like they're truly my own, and it's just beyond confusing, right? Which Hana am I? Who was I really with? I wonder out loud, and Seneca gives me a really long look, her eyes glowing much like they did before when she... But this time feels different. This time, I'm not afraid of her. I feel as if she's looking right into my soul, yet I'm more worried about what she might see. I don't really have an answer for which Hana you are. Everything is too hard to tell apart, so all seems to be the right answer here. All. Yep. I feel sick and just mind-fucked, right? That's the only way I can think to describe it. Suddenly I feel so tired that I can't stand. I sit down on the pavement and take a deep breath. The weight of everything is crushing me, and I'm torn between sobbing my eyes out, laughing hysterically, and just screaming into the sky. As if on cue, my phone vibrates several times. Who's calling me? I'm so out of it that I check my phone without thinking. What I see on the screen makes my breath catch in my throat. What? One after the other, texts from all the guys have come flooding in. Saying what? Just looking at them from the notifications, they all look like something they're texting to their girlfriend. Oh! Dread builds in me. I know why, but I don't want to think about it, not now. Yet, no matter how much I want to ignore it, I can't ignore the maelstrom of emotions in my heart. I can't just forget all the memories of them all. I can't just forget loving each and every one of them, and it hurts. It hurts so bad I want to rip my own heart out. I breathe slowly to fight back the tears. How can I not realize that I had more memories than I should? How? Well, it's all very confusing, and all very, like, it's really flustering, you know? Everything's coming at you all at once, and you don't know what's real and what's not. Seneca slowly walks up to me. I snap my attention back to her. Even as the seconds tick away, I can feel the convergence solidifying more and more. It's becoming reality. I need to get back to Galen with this, though he might already know. Wait, I need to talk to him, right? Help me fix this! As much as I like to just run away and hide, I know that I need to talk to the guys about everything, to explain everything, but... I can't shake this overwhelming feeling that I'm supposed to talk to him now, yeah. I've been trying to call out to him, but he either can't hear me or he's been ignoring me. Please, can you help me, Seneca? If I could just talk to him, then I honestly don't even know how... I honestly don't even know, but I feel like I'm going insane and I just need to talk to him. Seneca remains quiet for a moment and seconds start to feel like hours. Yo, Grandpa Emo, I know you can hear me. You got someone who wants to visit. Open up. Is he really going to listen to... Yes? Of course he'll listen to her. Enter chaos. Alright, here we go. I'm no longer where I was. We're back here again. It takes me all of half a second to realize that this time I didn't feel anything. Everything around me just changed and there was no sign of it happening beforehand. None of the pulling that I used to feel. I look around in the seemingly empty coliseum. Hello? Hello? Despite the large arena, my voice doesn't echo, which feels a bit strange. Has it always been like this? Has it always been like this here? I can't seem to remember. Galen? No reply. Where could he have gone off to? Should I go look for him? I start walking with no direction in mind, allowing my feet to take me where they may. Okay. Is it just me, or does this place seem much larger than before? I find myself drawn to the pool in the middle and the symbol on it. Stopping right by the edge of it, I wonder to myself, what would happen if I jumped in? I don't know. I can't see the bottom of it from where I'm standing, and the longer I look at it, the more I start to feel strange. I feel like I can almost hear a soft voice singing to me, calling me forth. It's so strange. It's so gentle and warm. It caresses me. Just one little step, and oh no! What? I take a step back, physically shaking myself of the strangeness. What was that? I fight back a shiver. I don't think I should try to satisfy my curiosity with this one. I move away from the pool, continuing my search for Galen. Is there like an office somewhere? Hello? Still, that symbol. I remember seeing it all over Avalon. Right. It's undeniably weird to actually know someone's god. As I continue to talk, I notice a lone figure in the distance, watching the swirling chaos outside the walls. I squint, not quite able to see who it is, but I know it has to be Galen. I mean, who else could it be? Although, as much as I want to say, who else would it be, I feel like... You just read my thought, girl. I glance back at the pool of not quite water. I was a fool not to realize that this realm is far more dangerous than I could see at first. Hey now, stop that. Hey. But in my defense, I was kind of busy with other things. Right. I run to him, my footsteps making no noise, even though I don't try to hide myself. As I approach him finally, Galen turns to me with a smile. What are you smiling about? He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything, and I find that I myself don't quite know how to start or what to say, so I end up just staring at him. You're different now. What? It seems that the changes have already spread further than I thought they would. Yeah, no shit. You can see it. Yes. I fall silent, then sigh. Now that I'm here before you, I realize that there's so much I want to ask you, but I don't know where to begin. As much as I want to immediately launch into the most pressing matters, I can't. When I try to say it, I feel like my throat starts to close up. I want answers, but I'm terrified of knowing. Galen continues to calmly watch me as I struggle with myself. I want to know if you know Shizuka. It never really occurred to ask before, but... I mean, you must know her. You know Hikaru, and they both knew you in the past, so... And I know that everyone keeps calling sorcerers the children of the god of chaos. But does that mean you, should I be calling you Grandpa? Galen laughs. No, I have no children. It is merely what the gods have chosen to call your kind. They do have a fondness for giving everything pompous names. Okay, then... Shizuka... He pauses. Then his lips twist into that also-familiar smile. Perhaps that is something you should see for yourself. Before I can ask what he is talking about, Galen snaps his fingers, and I feel that familiar tug on my shoulder. What? I don't have time to scream as everything goes dark. As everything suddenly goes dark. Through her eyes! Through her eyes! Oh, we're going through Shizuka's eyes now? Damn, how far back? Wow, really far back. I blink and almost stumble at the sudden change of scenery. I'm in the middle of a forest. I huff. If he didn't want to talk to me, he could have just not allowed me into his... My thoughts come to a screeching halt when I finally notice that something very weird is going on. Yeah, no shit. Simply put, I'm not myself. I look down at myself, at what I'm wearing, the red kimono. It's Shizuka. No, it can't be, but it is. I conjure up a small mirror, just like Shizuka had taught me, and seeing myself, Shizuka. I'm Shizuka? Yes. What the hell? I'm Shizuka. How am I... My chest feels heavy, the world around me starts to feel so small. I lean against one of the trees as everything around me begins to spin and blur. I take deep breaths to steady myself, and slowly but surely I can feel my heart stop racing. Okay, Hana, this is fine. This is okay, this is fine. Sure, becoming your own mother is weird, but it's probably not the weirdest thing I've had to do, right? I look around, trying to understand where I am. Where am I? Yeah, where am I? But beyond somewhere in some forest, I really can't tell. Is Hikaru with me or not? Galen! Galen, can you hear me? Silence. Answer me, you. I sigh. Are you ignoring me? What do I do now? I want to scream up at the skies, but somehow I don't think that will get me anything. How am I Shizuka? Why am I Shizuka? I think the more important question is why. I sigh again. Why would Galen do this? Or actually, what did he even do? Am I Shizuka permanently, or... I look up at the sky. I guess I did ask about Shizuka, but this seems a bit much. It feels odd to be screaming at the sky, and I'm more than happy to not be around anyone. And I'm more than happy to not be around any people right now. Unless Hikaru is with me. I stand still and focus everything on my breathing. I can see the leaves gently swaying in the wind slow down. Everything in this moment seems to almost stop as I try to get a feel of where I am, sensing out as much as I can. This place, something feels off somehow, but that's about as much as I can tell. What year is this supposed to be anyway? I don't even know when Shizuka was born. How old did she say she was again? I get the feeling that I'm supposed to go along with whatever this and let Shizuka lead the way, so to speak. Whatever this is, yeah, whatever this is. I don't know what I'm doing, simply following along with what feels right. So I pull back, taking a back seat in this body. I begin walking down the path, and before long another person comes into view. Is it Hikaru? A woman carrying a basket full of what seems to be some herbs and mushrooms. Never mind. She glances at me as we pass by each other and frowns. What? I can hear her footsteps suddenly stop behind me. What? Wait. I stop too and turn to face the frowning woman. Yes. The woman doesn't say anything at first. She only chews on her lip and glances at the forest path behind me. There is a fork in the path further on. Stay away from the left. You'll only find danger there. Danger? What do you mean? What danger? I answer the woman, though the words don't feel like my own, not exactly. I feel myself being pushed back, becoming more and more of a spectator now. But I find that it doesn't feel scary. In fact, it feels strangely safe and comfortable to be in the back of Shizuka's mind, looking through her eyes. As weird as that is. So I just sit back to watch the events unfold. That's what Galen meant for me to do, right? Well, probably, so I might as well go with it, right? The woman steps closer, clutching the basket closer to herself. Although seemingly a little reluctant to speak just a moment before, she now seems more than happy to share. There's an evil deep in the forest. You can feel it in your bones when you get close. A heavy presence that steals the air right out from you. The air right out of you, okay? Really? That sounds just like being in the presence of a god who isn't holding back their aura at all. People say there's a god down there, the terrifying sort you don't want noticing you. I see. What sort of god is this one, do you know? Certainly a very dangerous one, yes. No shit. In other words, you don't actually know. The way the woman conspiratorially leans closer, how her voice quivers as she speaks. It's almost as if she's having fun trying to terrify some random stranger she met in the forest. He's sure to kill anyone who dares come close to him. Oh, you know, old folk people back in the day, they just love starting shit and exaggerating. I see, a terrifying god indeed. Surely you must know who this god is then. The woman falls silent. For the first time she seems solemn and reluctant to speak. I quietly wait for the woman to continue, simply watching her as she fidgets. They call him God Killer. That's the only name we know him by. Oh, of course. I had a feeling it was Galen. Like, Galen did hint at, like, oh, do you know Shizuka? And then, of course, Galen knows Shizuka. And now he's just, you know, it all makes sense. It's like, this is a time where Shizuka and him met. So, yeah. I see. Alright. Guess where I'm going, then. I bow my head slightly. Thank you for the warning. Please stay safe on your way home. The woman's skirt flutters as she curtsies quickly. She then rushes off down the path without another word. I watch her retreating back for a while until she disappears between the trees. God Killer, eh? I chuckle to myself. It doesn't seem like the villagers know what type of god this God Killer is supposed to be. I look towards the forest to the direction that the woman had warned me away from. Curiosity bubbles up in me. Who is this god? Why is he called that? As a sorceress, I should know better than to go anywhere near a god, and yet, I'm gonna do it anyway. There is something in me urging me to go investigate. Yes, decision made, I begin to walk in the direction of the mysterious god. Okay, off we go. I walk through the forest with ease, humming an old tune my mother used to sing to me. The words are long forgotten, but the memory of the melody never leaves my heart. I look up at the sky and frown. Strange. What? The sun should have set by now. I stop and look around. There's something about this place that's not right. Something I had written off as merely the presence of a god being felt throughout the area. And that may be, but there's something else. I make an odd turn away from where the god is supposed to be, and I feel something shift. I narrow my eyes at the trees. It's so slight that I almost missed it, but it's there. I react out and gently tap one of the trees before me. Oh, I reach out. I react out. I reach out and gently tap on the tree before me. Ah, misdirection spell. Huh. I look around. But for it to be on such a large area, perhaps it should make me afraid, and it would be a lie to say that it doesn't, but it only increases my curiosity more. Galen, is this you? Why would you do that? I push forward out of the illusion. Alright, there we go. It seems that I am back where I started. Determined not to let it get me a second time, I walk back through the area blanketed by the misdirection spell. Alright. Night goes back to evening, and I take that as my sign that I'm going in the right direction. The closer I get, the further away from my goal I should feel. With each step I take, I feel as if I'm getting close. With each step I take, I feel as if I'm getting more and more lost. A nagging feeling in my chest continues to build up, screaming at me, telling me that I'm going the wrong way. My heart beats wildly against my ribcage, and a chill runs through my body, making the hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. The air begins to feel heavy, and I have to slow my pace. My whole body feels heavy, I can barely breathe. I stumble forward and... Whoa, this is so trippy. I stop in my tracks and blink. I've reached the heart of the forest. The heavy feeling from a moment ago is gone, but I feel something else instead. A strange presence, one that feels oddly familiar. It reminds me of home? I move to take a step, then freeze mid-step when I see him. A lone figure in the distance sitting under the trees. Even from here, I can sense the power rolling off of him in almost lazy waves. This power, I can't sense any limit to it. The man's long red hair falls over the moss and the stones surrounding him. Even from here, I can see that he seems somehow sad. Oh, Galen, what is wrong? Tell me what ails you. Unsure what to do, I stand in place, simply watching the lonely god until he suddenly turns to me. Hey, Galen. My breath catches in my throat. Those eyes. Those eyes. The same bright green eyes as mine stares back at me from a distance. Despite any logic, the strange familiarity in his eyes washes away all fear. Have you come to gawk at the God Killer? No. Or perhaps you're one of the fools who wishes to try their hands at killing me? No. I frantically shake my head. No, I'm sorry for creeping up on you like this. I was merely curious. In a blink of an eye, the god is suddenly in front of me, towering over me in his great height. His expression betrays nothing. I stand my ground, even though my heart feels as if it's going to burst right out of my chest. But when the god says nothing, I find myself beginning to talk instead. I met a woman on the forest path. I can only assume that she had been going home after a day of picking herbs. She stopped me as we passed each other and warned me not to come here. She told me how you were this terrifying god, but she was wrong. I don't see anything scary about you. To me, you don't seem like some bloodthirsty killer or a god of war out on a rampage. What if you're wrong? What if I'm all that and more? A nightmare come to life, a god beyond all gods who kill others for the fun of it. His voice is quiet with an edge of sadness to it, one that's hard to ignore. I shake my head. That sort of description is clearly wrong. I cannot sense any maliciousness from you. If you were in fact all that, you would have killed me already. Especially considering you can move so fast that I cannot see it. Yeah, he chuckles and moves away from me, walking back to his previous spot under the tree. I feel like I've been dismissed, but I step forward. Wait! My name is Shizuka. What's yours? The god pauses and glances back at me. A name. I don't have one. He cocks his head to the side. I can't remember. I don't have one. I frown. I don't dare to voice the feeling, not even in my own thoughts. But my heart feels undeniably heavy. Then, what may I call you? He looks on at me without a word, and for a moment I think he may choose to ignore me, to send me away. Galen. How did he come up with that? You may call me Galen, for it's the closest thing I will have to a name. With that, he turns away from me and returns to the spot under the tree. I smile to myself and turn around. Alright. After that, I come to visit Galen every day, until eventually I decide to simply camp out next to him. He doesn't tell me why he's here in the middle of the forest. Yeah, why are you here? Are you just camping as well? Getting in touch with nature? In fact, he doesn't say much of anything, but I keep on talking to him about everything. I tell him about my home, my childhood, Shiki Shrine, and everything I've seen so far in my travels. For a while I do all the talking, but even though Galen does not comment, I notice him listening to me speak. He looks at me more and more often as the days go by. And eventually he starts talking back. He doesn't tell me much of anything at first, but I consider it a victory to have him reply to me. On a particularly cold night, as we watch the stars together, he admits that he might visit my homeland one day. I don't know how far away one day is, or if I'll be alive for it, so I just smile at him and wish him a happy trip. May you have a better time of it than I did. Days pass, or perhaps none at all. It's hard to tell the time around Galen, after all. He comes to me in my little camp, and I get up to my feet to greet the god. I am moving on. Oh, you're moving. Oh, I can't hide the disappointment in my voice. Would you like to come along? Yay! He invites us! Yes, the question is simple and yet not something I expected to hear. I find it hard to stop gaping like a fish. Yes, of course, I would love to join you. Not like I had anything going on before this. Perhaps I should have asked where it is, then... perhaps I should have asked where it is that he was planning to move on to, but in my excitement, I completely forgot. I'm sure more exciting than where I think of, you know? This begins our journey together, and as Galen's companion, I get to visit all sorts of beautiful places, ones I might not have seen on my own. During our travels, he tells me that he did not have... During my travels, he tells me that he did have a name once, a name his parents had given him. But it's not something that he can remember. He tells me that he cannot remember his own parents, their names, what they looked like. Nothing. The only thing he does remember is that they once existed. I almost fall over at the sudden shift in everything. I look down at myself. Oh my god. Give me a warning next time, Jesus. I was just getting into it. I'm me again? Yes. Am I me? I guess. I look up at the silent god with a frown. What was that? What was that? I was Shizuka, but I wasn't. That's how you two met? Yes. He nods. You experienced her memory of the time that we met. I see. How old was Shizuka back then? I believe she was around 24 back then. Oh. So that was Shizuka before the curse. Yes. The curse. The god. Shizuka's own words suddenly rushed back to me. Ooh! Were you involved? It was you who cursed her, wasn't it? Yes. Ah, ha, ha. Why? Why would you do something like that? It was a mistake on my part. On one of our many travels we were attacked. Well, she did kind of say, she alluded to that. Like, she was like, oh yeah, like, I traveled with a previous friend, and in a life-death situation, I, like, tried to heal myself, but then I ended up cursing myself. It was by some foolish godlings who thought they could prove themselves above all if they defeated me. They could not, so they attacked her instead. She was gravely wounded, bleeding out rapidly. He sighs. It was not her time to die, and yet she was about to, simply because she chose to associate with me. I could not let her die, and I admit I foolishly thought I might be able to heal her without consequences. I did indeed manage to heal Shizuka, but I also inadvertently stopped time for her, so to speak. Oh. From then on, she has been unable to die. And now it's something you inherited. Yeah, but now it's something you inherited. I nod, unable to find any words in the moment. It's good to finally know everything, but I don't know how to feel about it, right? I shelve all of it for now. Whatever I do feel about it, I can figure it out later. I take a deep breath to refocus myself on a more pressing issue. So right, I need time to think about all that, but more importantly, this whole time mess thing, I really need it fixed. Yeah, the timelines, they're converging, but you already know that. He nods slightly. Yes, an unexpected event to be sure. I gulp. I want to ask him, but I'm afraid of the answer. Is it my fault? I know that sounds arrogant, but with everything that happened, I can't help but wonder, you know? Galen gives me a gentle, melancholy smile. No, Tsuneka reversed all of that already. Okay. Then why? What's causing it? His smile drops and he looks over to the endless horizon. There is something else now. Really? Someone woke up. Someone who shouldn't exist anymore. What the hell? I thought he was erased with the others. Do not think to try and stop him. You cannot fix it, not this. This is someone else's story, and if you get involved, things will only get worse. This is someone else's mess to fix. But as if sensing something, Galen suddenly turns away from me. What's this? What? Ooh, CG. Can you hear me? He chuckles. No, of course you can't. To you, I have no choice. None of us do, but you can see my words. Oh shit, is he talking to us? Is he talking to us as like the readers, the audience? Oh my god. Yeah, but you can see my words. And there is much you've seen by now, isn't there? Yes, indeed. We are as all omnipresent as you are, Galen, if not more. I wonder, how many stories have you read so far? All of them. Not that you can't answer me. I can't answer you if the boxes appear, you know. Although, there is something that can be done about that. What? What the hell is he talking about? Who is he even talking to? Yes. How thick is that wall between us? Very. I am so very curious. I may not get to talk to you like this ever again. So, shall I break it and find out? Uh-oh, don't! The very air in front of him cracks open, and I can almost see someone. Yes, hello. I feel a cold chill run down my spine as I watch the God of Chaos doing something I don't think he should be doing at all. You really shouldn't. You just broke my computer screen. Don't do that. And yet I can't say anything. I find that I'm too frozen to speak. Well, that was easier than I expected. I can see you. Hey! Curious, isn't it? Such a little crack in the great big wall, and yet it's enough for me to sense you. Yeah, and yet it's enough for me to sense you. Yes. Did you find all the secrets? All the little hints? Yes. Are you sure about that? Oh, Carla, stop it. Stop making me question myself. But perhaps it's best to get back to the story. Yes, can you fix this though? You may call this a gift from the creators, this little chat between you and I. But now it's time to fix things, after all. Maybe it's best not to break some walls. Yes, the fourth wall. You know, that one in particular. Because we all know what happens when you do. He chuckles. There, all better. Now, where were we? Yes. Galen turns back to me with a smile. That was nice. I like that. That was a nice touch. Yeah, Galen turns back to me with a smile. And despite my confusion and overwhelming curiosity, I find that I can't ask what was that just then. Your new story will be something else. The timeline's convergence can no longer be reversed, not without a great price that would outweigh any possible benefits. But how can I live like this, right? I mean, that's very confusing. I have memories from 5 different timelines, memories of different lives and 5 different lives and loves. Yes. And you're not the only one. Those who are connected to you that deeply have been affected as well. And that is your next quest, your sequel, if you will. Whoa! Everything is mixed up and the universe has a new plan for you. There will be danger in your life once again, and you will have to choose one as everyone faces a new set of challenges. Choose one? One what? One story, I guess. That's as far as my prediction goes. It is time for you to return. I will be closing the doors. What? Wait. Galen snaps his fingers and I am back. Or are we done? Come what may. Okay. Come what may. No. Wait, no, yeah. I fall forward trying to reach out for the god who's no longer there and land face first into the bed. At least it's my room now, God. I pull myself up and look around. My room. It's my room. I sit at the edge of my bed. My heart feels heavy in my chest like an invisible weight has been placed on it. I stare down at my I stare down at my clasped hands in my lap. He returned me to my home, but what am I gonna do? I could scream and yell about how unfair and fucked up everything is. I could lay down and wish the world away so that I don't have to deal with it. If I'm honest with myself, that's all I want to do, but my world, is an utter and complete mess right now. And I don't know how to deal with anything, nor do I want to. Hiding away would be easier, preferable even. I take a deep breath, but I can't hide. Whatever happens, I need to figure things out. And I know that I don't have to do it alone. I push myself up to my feet. I can do this. I can do this. I don't know what I'll do, what we will do. Everything we've built together. Everything I built together with each one of the guys in the separate timelines. With all of it being smashed together like this, I have no idea what the future holds. And I don't know what to make of Galen's strange prediction, but I have no doubt that it will come into play. I think of all 5 guys, and for a moment I allow myself to remember all the good times with them. As confusing as everything is, I have faith that whatever happens next, we'll figure it out, somehow. I get up with a plan already forming in my mind. I'll gather everyone and explain everything. Leave no room for misunderstanding or anything. And well, after that, I'll need their help. With that thought, I make my way outside to my next stage in life. As chaotic as it may be. Okay, wow! Return to main menu is the only option we have. Okay. Did I not? Oh my god, I didn't even get the last thing! What the? Hold on, extras. Hold on, wait. That means I'm technically still missing. I'm missing a CG for Hika. Anyways, okay, so guys, I don't know how to figure out. Okay, guys, this is gonna bother me. This isn't definitely gonna bother me. Hold on. Okay guys, I have a sneaking suspicion that I may have just copped out on one end for Hikaru just because I assumed that I got it, but I didn't because I didn't do it to a T according to the guide. So I'm back in book 1 of Hikaru's route, and I'm doing this according to the guide that I'm using. I'm doing this like question mark end, which I assumed I had gotten. I thought it was that fake out ending that we got, but I think not. Maybe it was just me jumping to conclusions like I always do. So I'm back here. I don't think we went through a couple of the choices. I'm gonna go through a couple of choices. I think I haven't done it. Like, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I don't remember doing "Is this your MO" when he was offering the drink, so I'm just gonna do it just in case. And I'm gonna show you guys. So let's see. So I scowl at the glass of sake in front of me. He kind of looks up at me, his eyes narrowing. What? I look directly at him. Is this how you normally get women? Prey on students, invite them to your home, make them feel bad, and then offer some nice hot sake to relax them? Wow, damn, she's just coming after him. Jeez. He's been treating me horribly these past few months when all I've ever tried to be is a model student. I feel my annoyance grow the more I think about it. Ugh, to think that I ever thought anything nice about this guy. I get up preparing to leave altogether. I turn my back to Hikaru, not wanting to see his face any more than I have to. More than I have to. You've always been so ridiculously cold to me. I should have guessed that you'd be up to something, inviting me here all of a sudden. If you really wanted to be with me so badly, Professor, you could have at least asked. Wow, girl! Before I can comprehend what's happening, I feel a large hand on my arm. I'm turned around and pushed against the wall simultaneously. Oof! Hikaru merely stares down at me, but it's with such a frightening icy glare that it feels as if it's piercing right through my soul. So he corners us in a more aggressive way rather than recognition in a way, yeah? Because I think the first time around it was recognition, because he was like, oh my god, it looks like you're her, but you're not. But this time around, we kind of pissed him off a little bit, huh? The moment I tried to look away though, Hikaru smirks. I feel like I'm in too much of shock to do or think anything. His demeanor seems far more intense and colder than I've ever seen before. Do you even know what you're doing? Do you think you even have the slightest idea of who you're messing with? Oh, this is what you expect from me, right? Oh my gosh, you're not fooling anyone with that little tirade. So just what it is that you think you want from me. Is it sex, or maybe you have some kind of savior complex? Oh my, jeez, he is just that clap back. He is just giving it right back to us. Damn, what? No, you want to fix me, get me to open up to you, reveal all my secrets, and melt my frozen heart? Oh, okay. I think this is like the secret. Okay, I know where I'm going. Okay, I swear it is. Okay, so the guide is telling me I have no interest in doing that with you. Okay. Even if I had ever been interested, I'm definitely not now. Hikaru laughs. Yeah, I bet. Girls like you idolize men however you like and then run at the first sign of trouble. It's just as well because I have no intention of letting some clueless little girl into my life. Wow. You don't deserve to know the real me. Oh, shit! He kind of simply lets me go, his hands in the air as if he was disgusted with me altogether, and steps back. Hikaru heaves a heavy sigh. You regret it, don't you? Getting to even see this much of who I am. Wouldn't it be better for you if we pretended this conversation never happened? Oh, I can go back to being the friendly Professor Kazuma, and you'll never have to feel uncomfortable with me again. Oh, I think this is the same conversation that we will have soon on afterwards, when he kind of like cornered us and was like, are you her, or could it be, kind of thing. And then again, because like soon afterwards he was telling us to forget about it. So I think I'm gonna skip on ahead and then just kind of go along with it. But unfortunately, since I restarted it, for some reason I can't skip through it even though I've been through it. Asks if he can help Takumi. Okay, I don't know, I can't remember if I did this choice or not, but essentially it's after the Cosmos of the detective and how Takumi died, and we came back afterwards, and then I think before we said beg and yell at him for not helping Takumi, but we didn't ask him just like normally, did we? I don't even know. But it's very close to like the supposed end that I'm working at towards right now, so let's see. Let's just go. So Galen, yes, can you help Takumi? Can you bring him back? I can, yes. So really then, yeah, he's like, no, but I won't. What? And it's like, why the hell not? Because I can't guarantee you that it'll be to Takumi anymore. Give up. Okay, so then the guy says give up. It's okay. Like, I can't say that I agree with you, but I admit that I don't want to. But I sigh. I realize that there's probably a million things I don't know, so I will drop this matter for now. Okay, thank you for understanding. Okay, since that's settled, we can move on. What? I look at Hikaru's feeling buddy, and then at Haruka. Do you think he'll wake up? Eventually. Okay, what? Really? Okay, guys. That was so weird. Okay, wow. Okay, so this is this was the cutscene I was missing. Are you kidding? I thought we got it the first time around when he kind of cornered us there too. I don't know what happened there, but anyways, again, so there we go, guys. I have finally completed everything, except I don't think I got that one achievement of completing all the stories and all the shit. But again, at this point I'm like, I don't even know. I don't even want to bother. Do I really want to bother? Do I really want to bother? I think I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I think I'm gonna put this franchise to rest, because, like, again, in my heart, I've completed everything. Okay, that's it. Like, that's me. That's See, like this says everything, okay? So like, I don't know what the game is going on about how I didn't complete all the endings, all the possible storylines and all the blah blah blah, but like I have in my heart completed the entirety of the game, and as such, this is where we will finally close this chapter, the LP of Mystic Destinies, Serendipity of Aeons, for good now. Oh my gosh. Well, until we actually get Mystic Destinies, what's it called? I think it was no. See, I always forget about this. I either pronounce it as Oracles or Echoes. I think it's Echoes, right? I swear it's Echoes. Echoes. I'm going with Echoes, but I could be wrong again. But anyways, there's another Mystic Destinies game where it follows the storyline of God, what's her name? The Takumi's teacher. I totally forgot her name. Oh my god, I'm so bad with names, as you guys probably can tell. But yeah, we follow her storyline and her partner. I think her name was Pax. Yeah, at least for some reason I remember her partner's name. But anyways, we follow her, and then we also get a revisit of all these villains, all these villain characters, quote unquote, from all the different stories. And then there's some greater, like, you know, threat to the universe in that storyline, and the only people who can really like help out are the villain characters. So yeah, that would be pretty interesting. I can't wait for that. But yeah, other than that, this is the end for Mystic Destinies, Serendipity of Aeons, and I always forget for all my closing comments about the music and the soundtrack for this game. God, I really like it. I really super like it. Cause I think my favorite track would be this opening title one, the main menu one, because I don't know, I like the mysterious, like the voice thing, echo thing going on. It's really nice. I like it. I like her singing. Anyways, there we go. So that is it, you guys. Holy shit. In terms of I guess the point of views, the POVs, and the chaos story, I feel like some POVs are like interesting enough to read up on. I think in terms of maybe I don't know. Maybe shows because we actually get to see. I think we didn't get any hints that Shinji has seen Sho, because it was too early on in the storyline to really know what Shinji was capable of in terms of his abilities. So yeah, that was interesting to know that Shinji was aware of Sho's presence / soul, and you know, he had some interactions there on afterwards, after his death. So that was interesting enough. But other than that, I feel like the rest of the other guys' point of view, I think we can kind of glean and kind of get a feel of what they might be thinking in that sort of instance. Because other than that, it's like nothing much kind of went down. It's some thoughts, some extra added thoughts they had. And then yeah, the chaos story was interesting enough because we had that near fourth wall break, quite literally. Oh my gosh, that was so interesting, and how there's like a bigger deal going on, how all the timelines are converging and shit. That may or may not make way for like a Mystic Destinies 2 game. I'm not too sure, but like yeah, I feel like with how it ended, I feel like it might just cause like yeah, this is like a whole new different problem now, unless it ties into Mystic Destinies Echoes. So yeah, I'm not too sure. Like that's the problem that was started in Mystic Destiny Serendipity of Aeons, and then it just kind of transitions to and opens up to the story of Echoes, except we follow more so a different character's point of view and on the other side of things, you know? Not too sure, but anyways, we'll just have to see. And so yeah, I'm really excited then to probably get my hands on Mystic Destinies Echoes when it comes out. But other than that, this is it, you guys. We won't see this franchise not until for a while. So again, thank you so much for joining in on me in this adventure. I really thoroughly enjoy it. I really do. The story, the game, the universe itself, the characters, and yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So it has been an experience. But until then, guys, I will see you in my other LPs. But for now, bye!